Good morning and welcome to Thoughts and Updates for this week. I am back at a place I've been before, which is St Mary's Church in the centre of Kirkintilloch, because the trail that I've been following takes me here. It is a red sandstone building built about 100 plus years ago, just on the eve of the First World War. Has the Book of Remembrance in it with the names of all of the fallen, also a stained glass window in there which commemorates those that fell in the war. Like many towns up and down the whole of the United Kingdom, Kirkintilloch has memorials to those who have fallen, not only in the First but also in the Second World War. Maybe ironically, conveniently, that what had happened after the First World War, the effect that it had on many communities all over the United Kingdom was that they lost generations of young men, and the memorials that grew up mainly out of public subscription, which was where people had banded together in order to give the town somewhere to go to commemorate those who had dedicated their life for their country, was then in the Second World War added to by a number of others who had fought against fascism 39 to 45. It was a slightly less appalling time for many towns up and down the United Kingdom, but no less savage, no less brutal, no less memorialised, as these memorials turned into not just the anthem to the doomed youth of one war, but also to the anthem to the doomed youth of two. And in some cases, I know particularly in Kilmarnock, that recent conflicts like of the Gulf War and of the Falklands have also found a place of rest for names to be commemorated. Memories are short for many of us in terms of all things, and we are coming through not a world war but a period of privation, a period of time when it has been difficult for all of us. We have stayed at home, we have worn face coverings, we have had immunisations, we've had debates, discussions, and I think universally there has been a belief that we should come out of this different to the way we went in it. And yet, we're sitting here not necessarily understanding that. As I sit in the shadow of a church, something that as an institution has been there for centuries, I wonder just exactly how much those institutions that have been with us for that length of time are going to adapt and develop to a changing new world. We have debates over transgender young people, we have debates over gender itself, we have debates over cancel culture, our history, all of which have brought to us our attention at least that we have a responsibility to be different, to be kinder. And yet, I still see the illiberal liberals out there demanding and creating fuss and bluster without debate. So, what is it morally we're going to have at the end of all this? It's going to somehow give us the beginnings of a new chapter in human living. I don't know if it's going to be religious. I don't know if it's going to be something where we're going to see the debates over religion, over Islam, over Judaism and the Middle East, over Christianity and its role within Western society. I wonder very much whether we're going to find ourselves not talking about God in our primary schools, but a more humanist approach of trying to get people to understand and behave in a way in which understands the rights of us all to be who we want to be, because we are who we are. There are obviously limits with regards to that, which are important, moral limits, legal limits, but sometimes I get a little upset at the way in which people with alternative points of view have been treated over the decades by my generation, by generations who've come after us. And there are rocks in the middle of us all which are supposed to demonstrate tolerance, promote understanding, and most important of all, love. Just love. Just love everybody. Love everything, irrespective of who they are. Show forgiveness and kindness. And that, I suppose, is what a church was supposed to be. An edifice that sat in the centre of a town filled with love. And yet, for many decades, it was a place of condemnation and judgment. And now, 2021, what's it going to be for all of us? Who knows? But what I know is that as I come out of this pandemic, it's my responsibility, as it's everybody else's, to contribute to a new way of doing things. And that's to be kinder and more understanding. But I'm a human. I'm going to try. I'm probably going to fail. I'm probably going to fall short now and again. But keep trying is the only commitment we should be able to give without second thought. So till next time, bye for now.